So after a damp and very dreary day today, we'll brighten the skies into the weekend with some sunshine. We're going to be looking for that Saturday, especially through Saturday afternoon, right around the mid-30s. It'll be a very typical cool feeling January day, turning a little warmer on Sunday if you're getting your weekend plans set. Breezy and warmer, and may include Winterfest down toward Perrysburg. Should be a very nice weekend for that. A little bit of light rain that's occurring in Monroe County down into Lucas County across Wood County. Gets a little steadier down toward Findlay, east of I-75. And these are some areas to the south and to the east that saw 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall through the course of the day. But we're getting very close to the back edge of this rain, and areas far west of I-75 will quickly be drying out. How about today's high temperatures? Reached through the upper 40s. It was another very mild January day, and still even at this point, upper 30s to near 40 degrees. And today we officially logged our 16th straight day of above average temperatures, and our January has just been off to a blazing start. It is now the 5th warmest start to January in Toledo's recorded history, and those records go back into the 1870s. Probably not much of a surprise with those warmer temperatures that we haven't had much, if any, snowfall. Let's send it over to meteorologist John Birchfield. And John, yeah, it's been January, but you could have been fooled thinking it was more like March or even April at this point.
Yeah, Chris, certainly doesn't look and feel like January outside. Snow's been really hard to come by, not just this January, but all winter long. And so far, no measurable snowfall at Toledo Express Airport, just a trace of snow this month. Now, if January were to end today, it would go down as the least snowy on record. Right now, that stands in 1935, 0.3 inches of snow recorded during the entire month of January. Time will tell if we surpass that number, but based on the way our 10-day forecast is looking, the milder weather will continue through the middle of the month. Yes, not very much snow this entire January so far, and as Chris said, looks and feels more like March. So far, our running winter total is at 1.6 inches of snow, and that includes November. We had 0.4 in November, 1.2 in December, and not a thing in January. Rainfall has exceeded snowfall, and as characteristic of La Nina winters, we've had some damp and moist weather, but more so coming in the form of rain versus snow. The long-range weather outlook features mild conditions, not just for the Buckeye State, but also a good portion of the eastern United States is going to remain sparse for the snowfall department, and we're going to stay well above average in the temperature department, so likely not to see a whole lot of snow. For a full breakdown of this winter in our snowfall deficit and drought, stay tuned for this week's edition of our Climate Friday newsletter. You can subscribe at WTOL.com/email. And Chris, even though we haven't really gotten any accumulation, could still see a few flakes, especially south and east of Toledo in tonight's forecast, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Still a little chance of snow. John, I got to ask you too. Love the Climate Friday segment. You really break things down, a very deep dive into some of the data and stats with this. What's it going to take, though, to actually kind of change this pattern around? And as we look toward the start of February, could we actually see a pattern flip?
We certainly could, and the last few years have been evidence of that we can often pay for it in February. And it's hard to believe that January is statistically our snowiest month of the year, and we haven't had any so far.
We haven't had any so far, and John, there is proof out there. There are snow lovers that would be looking forward to some of that.
There's still hope, and February might bring that snow.
Absolutely. We are not ready to write this winter off quite yet at all, even though our next 10 days look fairly mild. There's that brief chance that John mentioned as we go after dark tonight. Really over the next hour to hour and a half may make that transition to some snow east of I-75. It's not going to be much. Look at how quickly it exits out of the area. If we get a minor accumulation, it's out toward Erie and Huron County, where you could get up to an inch of snow, and that will continue into tomorrow morning with that scattered snow shower chance. Lots of clouds and a chilly, brisk breeze tomorrow. There's going to be a few occasional flurries. It's finally going to feel more like a January day, lower 30s with wind chills in the 20s, and some occasional snow showers coming off of Lake Erie with wind chills that will stay brisk and cool through Friday afternoon and evening. So how much snowfall? If you're anywhere that's Toledo Metro West, we're going to write this one off. You're not going to get any snow accumulation. It's going to be over toward Erie and Huron County, where we may get up to an inch of an accumulation through Friday morning, and a little more on top of that through Friday afternoon. Colder and brisk tomorrow, scattered light snow shower here and there. 33 is going to be the afternoon high, and our extended 10-day forecast does bring back some brighter skies into the weekend. Look at Saturday, 35, Sunday 43, but it will turn a little breezy Sunday. Upper 40s into Monday, and here it is, like this winter's gone, and as John broke down, upper 40s and near 50 early next week, and this really gets us through the heart of January. Statistically, the coldest time of the year, and highs will stay in the 40s through at least Thursday of next week before falling back into the mid to upper 30s toward next weekend.